So, when the root of a tree is rotten, it can only give out sickness. And moving that through line along, when you have a culture that is rooted in conquest and that's all it does, and it moves out of ignorance willingly and is willingly blinded to the consequences of their actions, you could see how it would seep into other cultures by default or through very violent conquest. So, another fun fact, the Romans would perform ritual sacrifices after conquering a people, and they would perform said rituals on the holy sites of whoever they conquered, right? More notably is Judea. When they conquered Judea, the siege of Judea, they went ahead and went to the temple after subduing everyone. And while they were tearing down that temple, they brought oxen, livestock, and other sacrificial creatures, which they had to bring during the war, crazy to think about, to sacrifice in the name of their deity, Zeus, or Jupiter at this point in time, right? Because they adopted that stuff from the Greeks through their conquest. And in essence, it would kill that god and the spirit of that people, right? And that is a very real and physical example of spiritual warfare, if I've ever heard one, right? So why did I mention Judea? Judea, another unfun fact I'll say, is where Jesus Christ was crucified by the same Romans, right? When you want to kill the spirit of a people, you kill their God. And what was that guy doing? He showed up to Judea and saw his people who were supposed to be living in accordance with harmony of the world, I'll say, the voice of all things. And he started speaking out. He was flipping tables. Why are you setting up money making objects in a place of purity, right? He was out lashing against the Romans and the way they did things. They were the original colonizers, right? He was against it. What did they do? They crucified him in front of all of his people. They made a ritual sacrifice, spiritual warfare. And then even worse is after they did that, they convinced the rest of the world that they loved him and started calling themselves the Roman Catholic Church. So you start to see the branches of this rotten tree that is patriarchy, right?